Good morning. Good morning, Georgia.
Really nice. That's pretty beautiful. How about yourself?
I'm from Detroit.
Detroit, huh? Urban Detroit?
Yeah, Detroit-ish.
Okay.
Always from Detroit. I live about 20 miles north of Detroit, but it's still urban.
Okay. Yeah. What do you do? Are you retired?
I just retired
Nice. Congratulations.
a year ago. I've been planning this for a year.
Good. Me about the same here. About the time COVID hit, I was looking more and more into it seriously. Tried to get into it on the year we had COVID, because they pretty much shut down the schools.
Oh, yeah.
So 2 years later, here I am. And this was your present to yourself?
Yep.
Nice.
And maybe to my wife.
I'm sure. Running ridge lines again today. All the way up the ridge. Down on both sides. A lot of hikers out today. Nice to see. Charlie's a good boy. Hiking the Appalachian Trail. Quick little water break. Somebody put this nice little leaf here, this ledge. There's a nice little stream. And it kind of turned into nothing down there. Comes from nothing. Means everything. Thank you, water gods. So just after my water break there, I think it's Blue Mountain Shelter, just passed, which is where I planned on staying actually. It's real early. I'm gonna even check the time right now. The winds are picking up and it's starting to cool down, so it's 12:06. And usually you can check in to your hotel rooms around 2 o'clock. Clouds are starting to come out, so I'm going to put my 2 hours in, 5.6 miles, hopefully be there by 2, be able to get off trail. I think that's a good idea. I was just met up with Keith. He's lived 20 minutes outside of Amicalola Falls and was telling me it was his year to thru hike. He's been doing some section hiking, and this was his year, but daughter moved back home, son's getting married, has wedding plans, so he said he'd put it off till next year. But asked me my name just as we left, and it's the first time, without saying Jeff or, without being asked. He didn't even ask my trail name, I guess, but I answered Remi Bear, and I think it's a little bit empowering. It means something to me, and whether it's Remi or Remi Bear, but it just, I don't know. I hate the fact that, I selected my own trail name, or, that's what happened, but again, meaningful to me. I could shorten it up just Remi, but I don't know. Just funny to say it, you know, out loud for the first time as a formal introduction. I guess trail names are just like alter egos. So I feel like you do have an alter ego. You have a different personality sometimes when you get on trail, maybe. But your trail name's all part of that. So I think that's pretty neat. Remi Bear, it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in a dog, right? Grilling ahead is what you'll smell grilling ahead. I don't know if that means they're trail magic up here, or like I should just smell somebody cooking on top of a mountain or something. I don't know. Definitely motivation to get to the top, but it also means it's a good thing I didn't stop and eat my lunch down at that shelter, because there's a possibility I could get a free lunch and dinner. We'll see. Still running ridges. Here we go up this ridge. On the other side, we're at eye level with most of the peaks around here. Pretty cool. Long ways down. So I've been on the mountain ridges the whole day, and now we're going down, which is the worst part. But I think Unicoi Gap is at the bottom of this, and I'm gonna try to get down there without hurting myself. But this is the time when, you know, my knees really start bothering me. And one of the guys, what did I talk to? I can't remember who I talked to earlier, about taking a zero, said that after Unicoi Gap, it goes straight up. So I'm assuming it's the opposite of what this is, which is kind of gonna go straight down. So tomorrow, I'm assuming that's probably what the trail is gonna look like when we come back, and wet. So we'll see what the weather does. But right now I'm heading down into Unicoi Gap, the bottom of this hill, and hopefully catch a shuttle ride into town, ice the knees, ice the hip, restock any food for, we'll see what kind of 4-day, 5-day hike it is to the next resupply. So just got in a ride into town. Wasn't gonna pass it up because there was a shuttle ride there, and I got a ride that was split for $10. So we split it 2 ways. It was $20 ride. I paid 10. We got to the Budget Inn. It was where this other kid was going, and they have no more rooms available. He had a reservation. I don't. So you can kick rocks, pound sand, be on your way. I'll find out what's around here. Maybe, if anything, grab something to eat. And then there is a hotel down the road a little ways, so we'll check that out. Hopefully there'll be a place to stay. We'll see. Hiawasee is where I'm at though. And I hated to get off trail. It was supposed to rain. I don't know. I did a lot of miles today, so I'm kind of pissed. It's such a beautiful day, and I got off trail. It was a nice price at $10 to get in Hiawasee. Couldn't get in the first place. I've walked probably a mile now, and now a mile uphill. Not uphill, a mile, but last quarter mile. I don't know if it's right here at the right or if it's all the way at the top, but by the time I get up here, I better have a room, and that's where I'm going tonight. So I'm gonna get a steak. It's like 20 miles, I don't know, I'll have to look at the mileage. 18? I want to say it's close to 18 miles. I could be way off. Real annoyed though about spending money to come into town when you don't need to. I had 2 days of food, but then it's where do you get off again to get it? So I'll let you guys know when I get a room, if I get a room. Well, I was able to get a room. I did reserve it for tomorrow as well. It costs a little bit more to get in an hour early, and I said whatever, I'll pay it. Otherwise it was a very affordable trip into town with $10 for the ride and another $100 for the room, which makes it definitely cheaper than the last one I got. So I'm exhausted, I'm hot, I am stinky, but I'm going to get cleaned up. I'm gonna unpack my bag, go through everything that I have in it, see what I need to get. There's a Dollar General at the bottom of the hill, so I'm gonna hit that out and resupply. I'm gonna get some ice down my knees tonight, and get some food at some point. So until next time, guys. So I was supposed to take a 0 today. I'm really contemplating whether I'd like to get it back out on trail or not. It's, you know, money, but it also is my health, so I want to make sure that I'm making the right decision and I'm not getting back out on trail too soon, or in inclement weather where I might be challenged to stay warm and dry once again. That's why I came off trail the other day. So I'd hate to go out right now, or later today, get all wet, and then have to take another day to come back into town. So it's killing me, but I think that I have to take today and stay another day here, and wait out the remaining parts of the storm. I'm gonna take a look at the weather. It's only around 9:30 this morning right now. I've already got breakfast. They had a nice buffet breakfast. Things I have to think about are getting a hot shower, sleeping in a bed, getting a free breakfast. So those are things that are worthwhile when you're talking about taking care of your psyche and your body. I'll share a picture with you guys here in a minute of me icing down my knees. Now that's something else that has made a world of difference in keeping the inflammation down and the pain down. As far as managing my health, it is necessary that I do take some time to ice those knees down, to give them a rest, and to make sure that I'm in this for the long run. And that's going to be, again, listening to my body and taking care of it. And sometimes that may be or mean coming into town and taking a 0 day. I've been averaging about, I think it's about 8 or 9 miles right now. I did have a 12-mile day. My plan from here is to get back on trail, 4-day hike, and into Franklin, North Carolina, where I would like to set up a hotel and a shuttle ride ahead of time. I feel like that's where you're saving time and money if you're planning ahead getting those things done. So I'm probably about 4 more days. I'm going to take another trip into town. I probably will spend the night at a affordable hotel. I was just looking at them online. I think I can get them for under $60 or around $60, $70. That was the same thing with the budget in down the road. Asked the kid, we got dropped off at the same time after our shared shuttle ride yesterday. How much you paying? I think he said $60. So there are places that are a lot cheaper. Hostels, I know, is staying with a group of people. Not something I'm super interested in, but if it means, budgeting your money wisely, that's something that you have to think about in hiking your own hike. So I'm going to, again, look at the weather real quick. It's not fantastic outside right now. It has stopped raining for the most part. I guess it's sprinkling. But there are storms still coming through. Texas was getting hammered last night. Louisiana. It's on its way through Georgia, but it seems to be breaking up a little bit. I just hate to waste time. And I can't look at it that way when it's taking a 0 and taking care of your own health. So, like I said, I'm really trying to force myself and convince myself that it's okay to take a 0 day and to just hang out in town. And that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to force myself to do it today, and in the future I hope that there's not too many more times that I have to do that. It was torture getting off trail with such a sunny day yesterday, but everybody I talked to had the same intention, and I think it was a good idea. It's just hard to swallow sometimes when you could be out there enjoying your hike and moving forward. So, we're going to go explore Hiawasee, because I can't stand sitting in the hotel room any longer. It's like 9:30, maybe 10. There we go for Ingalls. And back to the hotel. Again, thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you for coming along with me on this journey. It kind of has turned into a little bit of tribute for Remi. I have taken on his name, and I talked a little bit about our trail names and how they kind of lead into a little bit of an alter ego or something along those lines. So I'm very happy to carry on Remi's namesake.